Hello and welcome to Matt Slam 13. Well, it's the letter D this week and our alphabet of wrestlers. So we're going to go with the current WWE champion, Drew McIntyre, born Andrew McLean Galloway V on the 6th of June 1985. At a young age, he wanted to play football. When he was a teenager, he got interested in crime and wrestling. He wanted to be a wrestler more than anything, but his parents said as long as he kept up his studies, they would also support his wrestling dream. With that in mind, he earned a master's degree in criminology, and at the age of 15 he started at the FWA Academy of Wrestling School in Portsmouth. In 2003 he made his WWE debut at BCW, British Championship Wrestling, with a character named The Drew Galloway, a cocky, narcissistic character. Whilst at the company he did wrestle some old school WWE wrestlers on an All-American Legends tour, the likes of the Honky Tonk Man and Marty Jannetty and D'Lo Brown. In 2006 Drew was wrestling in Irish Whip Wrestling, where he had a long feud with current WWE wrestler Sheamus. After a few more years wrestling the independent circuit around Ireland, Scotland, England, and the various companies, as well as keeping up his studies. In 2007, he signed for WWE, making his debut in October of that year on SmackDown against Dave Taylor, and winning the match under the ring name of Drew McIntyre, and was portrayed as a bad guy. And he joined Raw in 2009. After a while, he moved to FCW Florida Championship Wrestling to progress and train. In 2009, he became the Chosen One, where McMahon introduced him as a future WWE champion, had a long feud with R-Truth and Finlay amongst others, and went on to become Intercontinental Champion after beating John Morrison. There was a long storyline involving him in a feud with manager Teddy Long, with McMahon getting involved and changing various results and matches when McIntyre lost, like the qualifying matches for the Money in the Bank, which he lost twice. At Over the Limit, McIntyre lost the Intercontinental Championship to Kofi Kingston, and a feud with Matt Hardy then started. At the same time, the Nexus put McMahon out of action, so McIntyre had nobody to rely on. Going into 2010, he became the WWE Tag Team Champion with Cody Rhodes. A very mixed year followed, switching back and forth on brands and a failed storyline with Kelly, and was being beaten and used as a stepping stone from the wrestlers that were coming through. He ended up back in the development stage of NXT. In 2012, 3MB band was formed, joined with Jinder Mahal and Heath Slater. This was a pretty rubbish idea, more of a joke than a genuine stable. In 2014, McIntyre was released by WWE and joined ICW, Insane Championship Wrestling, and quickly became the ICW champion, and went around the world defending it, including the countries of Scotland, Australia, and England. Later joined the wrestling company called Evolve, and quickly also became the Evolve champion. His first loss came in a championship versus champion match, when he lost to Dougarça champion Ricochet. Feuds with Drew Gulak, TJP, and Johnny Gargano followed. He continued to wrestle the independent circuit back in his home Scotland, as well as Libra, AAA, where matches with Matt Hardy again, Mr. Anderson, and Rey Mysterio. In 2015 to 2016, he joined TNA, using his real name, building his character up again, and having feuds with Matt Hardy, as well as Kurt Angle, Moose, Bram, and Bobby Lashley, before again, this time, moving to Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, working with the likes of Jack Evans, Adam Cole, Tommaso Ciampa, and Drago. He then moved back to NXT and signed a new WWE contract. He became the NXT champion after a feud with Andrade, but then lost the title to him again in his last ever match, and he suffered a torn bicep halfway through the match. On April 16th, 2018, he was part of the Superstar Shakeup and teaming up with Dolph Ziggler, feuds with Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, but now an established wrestler and more physically and stronger, and was always going to be a main eventer. Now, in 2020, winning the Royal Rumble and earning himself a title shot at Lesnar's WWE title at WrestleMania 36, which he won, and has built up a good relationship and become a firm favourite with the WWE Universe. So here is his WWE title wins. 1-time and current WWE Champion. 2-time Intercontinental Champion. 1 times NXT Champion. 2 times Raw Tag Team Champion with Cody Rhodes and Dolph Ziggler. Random facts, his favourite wrestler is Bret the Hitman Hart, and his finishing move is called the Claymore Kick. So there you go, a little video on Drew McIntyre. Thanks for watching and listening. Please subscribe, comment, and whatever else you do. Stay safe. Bye.